Hello, good evening, and welcome to the Hemingway Jones live fountain pen show where I talk about fountain pens, inks, journals, and journaling, and just about anything and everything that's going to keep you inspired. Ah, yes, this cold New England night, I feel like I'm broadcasting from 2 months ago. It feels like March in the great Commonwealth of Massachusetts right now. Thank you all for the thumbs up. I see them flying by on my screen. I see many of the usual suspects here. We have a dedicated group of wonderful people who meet each Tuesday night to chat, to catch up in our live chat, and also a great group of people that watch the replay each week, which I also keep up. Because this is timeless fountain pen content, my obsessions, my dedication to finding different ways of entertaining you, about keeping you inspired and writing and thinking about these wonderful fountain pens that we all have, and trying to kind of recontextualize them, think of them in different, new, and original ways. So we have a fun program for you this evening. We'll be focusing on some of the consequences, of punching the microphone when you're trying to speak. No, some of the consequences of when you realize your Grail dreams. So, I see a lot of talk in the chat on one of my topics this evening, which I think I'll go to shortly, and that is that my birthday was over the weekend. So shortly I will catch up with all of you about how that went, what I did, and how I rang in my 58th year. So thank you all for that. We will get into it. But I do want to mention that if you watch this show or listen to it on the podcast each week here on YouTube, please subscribe. I would absolutely love to have you on this journey with all of us. I say in a lot of my videos, I say that from a fountain pen, you can go anywhere. And that's because a fountain pen essentially draws a river of ink. And that river of ink runs through everything, certainly everything in my life, my work life, fountain pens. I'm signing my name, I only have one name. I'm signing my name. I'm taking notes on meetings. I'm doing all sorts of things in my work life with my fountain pens. At home, I'm journaling, always auditing my life, thinking about things. From my also time off, I'm usually filming with them, obsessing over them. So the ribbon of ink runs through my life, and I truly follow each tributary to where it goes. Now there's someone I need to thank, Rick Harsh, a wonderful, lovely supporter of the channel, who has generously donated $5 to the Keep the Lights On fund. So thank you, Rick. $5 Canadian. I appreciate it. He says, bought some new pens, the Pilot Custom 823 Signature Diplomat Viper. Ooh, interesting. Ballpoint. The Barafig Squire ballpoint. The Pilot is so nice with oxblood in it. Rick, you have chosen wisely. That is a lovely pen. It's a pen I am very tempted by. I am holding off for now, but at some point I am sure I am going to pull the trigger on a Pilot Custom 823 in clear, either with a signature nib, which is a lot of fun, or a fine. I have a medium, but I think I might want to mix it up with a fine. So that would be a lot of fun. Oh, another super chat. Thank you so much. Someone else to thank. Bix Mike. I hope I'm saying that correctly. $9.99 super chat. Thanks all your info. Thank you for your generousness, and Rick as well. Thank you both for donating to the Keeping the Lights On fund. I do appreciate it. It goes far in supporting the channel and keeping me inspired and working. Do I look weird without my glasses? I just took my glasses off. And you guys are used to seeing me with glasses. But I'm going to change them for my reading glasses because I would like to keep a close eye on some of what's going on in the comments. I'm going to see if these work. Whoa. So there we go. Desk of Pen says, hey, Hemingway Jones. Hey to you. Hello. I always like to keep an eye on what's going on here. Puppet Access says, is getting terminated at work a good excuse to get a Grail pen? I don't know, my friend. That might be a good excuse not to hunker down, to be honest. But, I mean, you know, that's tough. If that happened, I'm really sorry. And I hope that things go better for you soon, because it's scary not to have employment, I'm sure. So hang in there, my friend. Puppet Access, a very good friend of the channel. The Metacognitive Diaries. Love it. Great name. $5 Canadian Super Chat. I bought a Grail this week that I didn't know was my Grail. Ley Wines had 50% off Graf von Faber-Castell. Limited edition Heritage. Wow. That sounds fantastic. I've never tried that brand. I've never tried it. There are so many brands out there. I am definitely switching. I think you all know that I have been in a very conservative mode lately. By the way, these are freaking me out. they're too good, those glasses, and they're throwing off like my balance. I need these. So the curiosity is really spiking with me again. I really want to try I want to try a lot of different pens that I've been putting off for years. The ST DuPonts. I want to try a bunch of other ones. I just tried Yard of Lead. I've got some stories to tell you about that brand this evening as well. Another super chat. Keeping the lights on. Thank you. This one, $1.99. Thanks so much. Thanks for being you, HJ. Thank you, Q. Who else could I be? By the way, Q, can you get me a cool, maybe magnetic watch or some kind of like pen that converts into an explosive device or something? Because I have my own Q section now. So thank you, Q. I hope you don't mind me having a little fun with your name, but it's got a James Bond reference, so how could I resist? But thank you for your generosity. I really appreciate it. So I would invite you to subscribe if you listen and watch each week. We also have membership if you want to support the channel even more. Cognoscenti and Illuminati members have a pen pal group. And to that end, I got new correspondence. Yay! Because I was getting very, very low. And this is something you might recognize. Let me try to get this on camera. There we go. Do you recognize this from New York City? So I didn't buy it in New York City, but I saw it in New York City. And I really wanted it, but I got distracted because I was filming and doing a lot of nonsense. As you've seen in my Strand video. Wow, these are funky envelopes. Where am I supposed to write the address? I don't know. There must be a sticker in here or something. I mean, this is the return address. But how do I actually mail this to someone? I really don't know. These are nice envelopes too. Can't write on these either. But there's lots of fun stuff here. Stickers. Paper. Oh my gosh, this paper is really cool. I'm not a big fan of the envelopes. I really don't know how I'm going to put people's addresses on there. But I have to show you these because I just took a quick look at it. Okay. I'm a bit bullish. Can you see me fighting against the inclination to just tear through this? And I tore through it. Just what I do. I am bullish. So very cool stickers. But this is the high point. Vintage maps. Wow, these are really cool. Wow, look at that. I love this. I'm going to mix them up a bit. Wow, these are so cool. Yeah, I think someone sent me one of these once. That's fun. Wow. These are really, really interesting. I hope there's some stickers in here somewhere. And where's Venice? Did they lie to me? They put Venice on the cover. Where is it in here? I don't know. Oh, these are cards. Okay, so there's some cards. That's really neat. I really like these. The only thing is that the envelopes are useless. Let me know in the chat. Am I missing something? Am I missing something with these? Put these out of the way. Where am I supposed to write? Am I just supposed to write it in there? I think that's my spot. Okay. I don't know, guys. I would say I really like these, but I'm not sure where I'm supposed to write anyone's address. So that's a little funny. I do have some stickers somewhere, so I suppose I could use those. I'm trying to bring myself back. Where'd I go? Where did I go? Okay. There. Well, I got me here. Oh. Hold on a second. Put me here. Oops. Oh boy. Okay. We're going to go here and just talk for a while. So I did want to recognize Mary Madden with a $5 super chat. You're an inspiration to us. Your humanity, intelligence, and humor are greatly appreciated. Mary, thank you so much. That is so generous of you. I am really touched by that. Thank you so much. And without you, I wouldn't be here. You guys keep me going, so thank you. Thanks for your generosity. If you guys have any ideas about how to do that, let me know, because I can't figure it out how I would put someone's address in there. Okay. So tonight's main story is going to be what happens when you get your Grail pen, the unexpected parts. And I'll get to that very, very soon. I do want to talk about some stuff, as I always do. Some really funny stuff, fun stuff, sort of inside baseball stuff that's really interesting, like something that came my way. And this is a funny story. I'll start with this. I think you'll appreciate it. And then I'm going to show you which pens I'm writing with these days, because I know you guys really like that. J.R. Diaz, my friend, my generous friend. I think you're right. Use a return label on the top reverse closing fold. Yeah, I need to use something, some kind of label on there. It's not going to work otherwise, those envelopes. It's very strange. Very bad design there. There should be a big triangle in the middle. Not triangle, rectangle. Okay, so here's a funny story. So I was approached by a brand, and I didn't write its name down. I rather wish I had. And it was called something like Hovsco or HOV Company, something like that. And they make e-bikes. So it's an electronic bike. And I guess you plug it in and you can cycle, and you can then have a little motor action and not have to cycle. Perfect for me. I often go out sometimes and I get tired, and then I can just cruise. So they asked, well, would you make a video? We've been watching your content. We like your style. Can you make a video? So I said, sure. And they said, we'll send you a bike for free, and you just make a video, and it's yours. So I'm like, brilliant. That sounds like a nice deal. And then I said, you do realize that I am a fountain pen, ink, journals, and journaling channel, right? Yes, we realize that. I'm like, okay. And then I said, well, I have this great idea for a video. What I'll do is, we have beautiful biking trails here in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts that go through some beautiful areas. It gets a little rural where I am, but there's also some really nice sites that pertain to the American Revolution that are very close. And I could maybe talk about those, and I could vlog and talk about the bike and what it's like to ride. And I'd stop and journal a bit, take my family along, do this whole thing. And that was my concept. And I thought you guys would really enjoy that. And they wrote back and they said, that sounds great. And can you just please, I forget. I guess maybe they asked for my address at that point or something. So I sent them the address. And then they said to me, would you, well, we'll only send this to you if you make a video only about the bike. So we want to see you assemble it and then ride it and review it. We don't want any of that fountain pen journaling stuff. So I said, no, thank you. No, thank you to that. I thought my concept was fantastic. I think anytime you can incorporate something new and interesting, it makes for a compelling viewing, I think. And I'll probably make that video because I actually do have a bicycle. I'll just have to work. I'm a little lazy. I'd rather not have to pedal, but I guess I will because I think it's a great idea for a video. So I think I will do it. But the funny part is what they wanted would have been so terrible, especially if I made it. They don't know. One is, I am unimpeachably honest. And if you want to see me assemble something, it is going to be one of the funniest and most ridiculous videos you have ever seen in your life. For one thing, no matter how easy it is, I will mess it up. Even when I'm putting some pens together, I have problems sometimes. Something like the Kaweco Supra. I sometimes am like, there's too many pieces here. I don't know how it goes back together. So you want me to put together an e-bike and you want me to film it, honestly. It would go something like expletive, expletive, expletive. Why did I get myself into this? Expletive. I can't do this. What am I doing? I need to take a break. Why? I don't enjoy this. Why did I put myself in this situation? Expletive. Cut a cardboard box so I can recycle it up. Expletive. All right, I feel a little better now. I'm going to try it again. Too many pieces. This feels like IKEA. Why did I do this to myself? I don't need this. Expletive, expletive. And then I'd probably get 2 miles away and then something I did would probably fall off. And then that would be the video that they got. So it's just so funny. So I decided not to do it. But I will do it because I have a bicycle with 2 flat tires, which I have no problem. I know how to inflate tires. That I can do. So it's just so funny. But I really think it would have been lovely to be able to cycle on one of these beautiful bike trails, go under a bucolic tree that was overlooking a lake, and I could have journaled some. My wife films beautifully. It would have been such a great video for us and for people interested in bicycles, and it would have been a win-win. And instead, it's fodder for my live show of just like how short-sighted they all were. Mary Beth says I would watch it. The mighty Nathan King says I would watch it, right? I may yet do it with my bike. And we'll get Helen and Imogen out there as well. So I do want to mention last week's video was why you must begin journaling now. Heal your mind one page at a time, which is has a nice rhythm to it, doesn't it? Heal your mind one page at a time. That was kind of the title that was spurning me on. I sometimes think of titles in the shower or when I'm driving, and then I make the video. So I'm going to break for a second because Robin Pennell says, would be like Mr. Rogers cursing. But Robin, I know you've seen my blooper reels my blooper reels are available for members of this channel. And I am from Philadelphia, and it does come out when I make fun of myself for misspeaking, which I do quite often. It's very difficult for me to make these videos. But that's part of the reason why I like to do it, because it's hard. It's very hard for me. It's hard for me to get my words out with any kind of a consistent flow without a malapropism or a mispronunciation or a long pause or a strange amalgam of mushy words coming out all at once. But I do it because it's hard. But when I fail, I usually expletive and aimed at myself in a very jokey, funny way. So Mary Madden says, unimpeachably honest. Your description of the imaginary scenario is too funny. Yeah, so is that what you're saying, guys? Let me know if you're watching this in the replay or in the chat right now. Which video would you rather see? Would you rather see me trying to put together an e-bike, cursing at it, and hating my existence and getting frustrated and being always saying what I say to my wife is, why did I do this to myself? I could just be having a really nice Saturday. Why did I do this? Would you like to see that video? Or would you rather see the video where I'm out with the family on a bike, vlogging, on Battle Road, seeing maybe where Lexington and Concord and the shot heard, is that the shot heard around the world? No, that was in Charleston. Well, the Battle of Lexington and Concord site, I thought I'd go there. Wouldn't that be nice? Would you rather that? Let me know. A, me cursing, hating life, or B, me out with the family, journaling, and having a more balanced time. Let me know which one you would rather see. So far, it looks like most people would rather see me being upset, which is really funny. And a lot of people would watch both. Okay, I love it. So I was beginning to speak about last week's journaling video. And what was surprising about it is it really took off. And I don't think I've ever had a journaling video that did well. Usually I do journaling videos for you guys. The core audience, it's here Tuesday nights, it's watching the replay of the live show. That's who I make journaling videos for, because I know many of you arrived here via a journaling video, and I'll always make them. In fact, there's another one coming in July. But this one really resonated, and it felt really good and really satisfying. And I think I made a lot of friends in this one. In the comments, we had a lot of great discussions, and a lot of people are going through a lot of things. And I gave a lot of virtual hugs, I hope, and just made some really great connections, which was the whole reason I started this channel. So it was absolutely brilliant and very, very satisfying. So if you haven't seen it, it's Why You Must Begin Journaling Now on the thumbnail, and Heal Your Mind One Page at a Time as the title. And it's all about a way of using journaling for better mental health. So I hope it resonates with you if you haven't seen it. Also, this week, there's another video coming up. It's not on journaling. It is a lot of fun, though. I wanted to do a follow-up on my review of the Lamy 2000 from, was it last year or the year before? Can't remember. Time is, it's hard. Everyone thinks time is an endless succession of cause and effect, when in fact it's more like a big ball of wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey stuff. I can't tell time. So this was sort of a sequel, spiritual sequel to a review of the Lamy 2000 from someone who hates it. I think that's what my first review was called. But this one is called I Hate Myself for Loving the Lamy 2000. And this approaches it from a design perspective. It puts it in context of its time, talks about the design in depth, and then also does a bit of a rundown on a review. It's very entertaining. Even if you already own the pen, I think you'll be entertained by the video. So I hope you'll give it a shot. I hope you'll enjoy it. I hope you'll let me know in the comments if you like it. Usually you guys do. Oh, Dave B says some nice things about the journaling video. He says, I love the journaling video and I would really love to see more. I'm having so much trouble with my journaling lately. Kind of a writer's or journaling block. Dave B, I got you covered, my friend. For one thing, go to the homepage for Hemingway Jones and then it says you can search the channel, put in journal or journaling, and a whole bunch of stuff will come up. There are a lot of journaling videos. There's also playlists and there's one dedicated to journaling. So dig in and there's more coming, my friend. I will always make them. I'm actually writing a new one right now, so I think you'll enjoy it. But this week is my complicated relationship with the Lamy 2000 and a whole bunch on the design, the designer, the school of design, all that great stuff. So I think you'll like it. Oh, look at this. J.R. Diaz, who is very generous, got me my terracotta and my Savannah Green safaris. Thank you. Yes, I too got a HJ video start while looking for journal content. Love the latest journal-inspired video. Thank you, J.R. Diaz. So, I'm going to tell you one more story, at least one more story, before we get to the main topic. And that is that over the weekend, I turned 58. I had a lovely weekend with my family. And it was interesting, to say the least, and just so much fun. And we did a lot of interesting things. A lot of you sent cards. I appreciate all the cards. I can't thank you all individually. There were so many. I really appreciate it. A lot of you also sent comments, which were very lovely here and on Instagram and elsewhere. And someone sent really cool bookends and some onion skin paper, but there was no note or anything. It was very nice, very lovely. Thank you for sending that. I don't know who you are, but I appreciate it. The onion skin paper is very nice. I wish I had it when I did the cross-writing video, because I used vintage stuff that was kind of discolored. But that was very, very nice. So thank you so much for that. And thanks for all the lovely, kind birthday greetings. I see some coming in now. Thank you, Teresa Harris. Thank you all. So very, very good stuff. Steve Ruckel has a great transition for me. Did Imogen get her steak? Yes, because it's not really my birthday. It's not my birthday celebration. It's Imogen's birthday celebration, because Imogen is just the best. She is the hub of the universe, and everything revolves around her in a lovely way. She's just fantastic. So Imogen loves filet mignon. Since we went to the Mount Washington Hotel, I think last year, and I gave her some of mine, and she ended up eating mine, and I had to order another one. So this year, we're having a celebration, so we went to the Capitol Grill, which is a chain, but a very good steak restaurant. They do a fantastic job. Really nice service, fantastic food, and we went a little nuts, as we are apt to do. So, my wife, my daughter, and me. So, my daughter gets an appetizer. She gets prosciutto and mozzarella for an appetizer. She eats it all herself. I got a crab meat cocktail, which I shared with my wife. My daughter had a little tiny bit. She didn't like the idea of it. My wife got a shrimp cocktail. It was brilliant. I had a little bit. I shouldn't be eating crab or shrimp because it's bad for me, but I did because it's my birthday. So we ordered steaks. I got a 10-ounce filet, medium rare. My wife got a 10-ounce filet, medium rare. And my daughter got a 10-ounce filet, medium rare. So it's like hanging with another adult. The kid can really pack away food. I mean, she's growing. She's got a crazy metabolism. But so the three of us had steak dinner. And then they brought a cake, and half of it was chocolate. And I'm allergic to chocolate, so I can't have chocolate. But there was a little cheesecake, and I just ate the top. I didn't eat the crust. And my daughter ate the chocolate. So she had a blast for my birthday. Ooh, another super chat from the lovely Robin Pennell. Thank you so much. And I think there was an emoji with it, but I can't see that. It has a description, but it doesn't make a lot of sense. But thank you, Robin. It says, "Oh me," hand waving. I sent it. Sorry. Oh, did you send the bookends? In which case, thank you. I appreciate it. But yeah, thanks for the 5 too. Helps keep the channel rolling. Thank you. Robin is a huge supporter of the channel. She does so much for me. She's so kind and always have a blast when I talk to her. So thank you. Okay, so yes, so we all had steak, and then we did what anyone would do after you have steak, and we went to Barnes & Noble, which was a lot of fun. I used to go to Barnes & Noble later on in the evening. It was probably 8 o'clock, which is late for us because Imogen usually goes to bed at 8. But we went to Barnes & Noble and we stayed for about an hour. Imogen bought a couple of books. I did not, but I looked at some stuff. I looked at their journals. They had a good selection in Burlington, Massachusetts. They had a decent selection of journals. And their books, Barnes & Noble, it's a big chain and all, but it's still fun. I mean, any bookstore is fun. The independents are more fun. But the Barnes & Nobles are a lot of fun. Oh, I guess Robin is the one who sent it. Thank you so much, Robin. I really appreciate it. That's very lovely of you. So thank you. Robin's awesome. Okay, so the next day, we went to Castle Hill in Ipswich, where the Crane Estate is, which is this beautiful old mansion that was from the 1920s. It has a commanding view of the Atlantic Ocean, all these beautiful gardens. Little Women from 2019 was filmed there. The Witches of Eastwick was filmed there. A whole bunch of stuff. It's a great spot. It's beautiful. We had lunch on the terrace. We walked the grounds. We ended up staying there for 4+ hours, maybe 5 hours. And it was so fun and absolutely brilliant. We just had such a great time. That was at the Crane Estate. And will you see the Crane Estate? You will, because I brought a pen with me. I brought the Yard of Lead pen with me to film my video on it, which should be coming out soon. I'll probably move it up in the rotation to get it out sooner rather than later. And I did A-roll. This is the first time I really did that. I did a little bit at the Met where I did A-roll, where I'm speaking to the camera. At the Met, when we were in New York about a month ago, I did a couple of segments on a pen. I don't even remember. But I spoke. It was neat because my wife was far from me. And I had the Lark mic on. And I addressed her directly. And it ended up in a video later, which was a lot of fun. But this time I actually did much of the review of the Yard of Lead on site at the Crane Estate. So a lot of fun. Had a lot of good times there. So that was my birthday weekend, and it was a lot of fun. So I want to mention again that in the description of this video and almost every video going forward is a link to my Amazon shop, which A portion would go to me if you bought something, but don't feel like you have to. That's there also to show you all the stuff I'm into, like eyeglass wipes and flashlights and pocket knives and some pens and some books and some writing paper. It's all there. My nail clippers that I always show on the show are there. All the different things that are constantly on the show are there. So you can use it as a resource to find the thing in case you're interested in it. And if you do buy it, a portion will go to the channel. But I never want you to feel like you have to. And then the other thing I've added is I'm making playlists. And I saw a bunch of you are already checking them out, which is very cool. I made an ultimate classical music playlist that I play almost every day for myself. It has all my favorite classical pieces, and usually it plays and then Spotify takes you off in similar directions at the end, which is fun. And then I put up a dark academic journaling playlist that I also play all the time. And I have a few others. There's one that is very sweet and calming and quiet, like Fares Pavane and things like that, just to relax you while you video. So I think you'll like that. Oh, John, thank you. John Thatenil. Loved the Met video and the Caspar David Friedrich one. Thank you. You know, you remind me, I did a little A-roll on the Caspar David Friedrich video too. That's where I tested it. I did a bit of like wrap up in front of the painting to see if it would work. And it did. And it wasn't that noisy. It's pretty great. So thank you for that. Thank you so much. Okay. So lots of stuff there on my video description. So we're about to get to the main title, but I do want to update you on which pens I'm using. I also did the thing with the mighty Edson. I had a little chat with our buddy Vincenzo from Fountain Pen Therapy. Lovely chap. He was kind enough to help me with my Pilot Custom 823 video. So he wants to get an Edson. And I said, you need to, my friend. And I'm looking forward to hearing his opinions. So I just re-inked it. And what did I go with? Which stunning ink I never put in any fountain pen did I just put in this? Any guesses in the comments? Anything? Yes, you would be right that I was lazy and I put in my favorite ink. Yes, I did. I couldn't help it. I love it. I mean, it has a sapphire body, so I think I get a pass. Is this the greatest fountain pen of all time? Quite possibly. I may make a video to that effect. This might actually be the ultimate fountain pen. For me. I love its albacore body. I love its inlaid nib. I love its balance. I love its dimensions. I love the color. I love the gold. I love the brush cap. I love its just perfect flow. It just never gives up. It's just so great. It passes the obnoxious signing test, which is nice. If you have some big loops and things, it just follows along. It's just brilliant. I really love this pen. You'll probably see something on the channel again soon. I think about this pen a lot, and any pen I think about a lot, I am going to make videos on. You got it, Nathan. Okay, let me show you some of the other pens that I've been writing with lately as well. I did take the Yarda lead out because I'm saving that for the video. But here I have. This is a surprise. So since we last met, I took the oxblood out of my Pilot Custom 823. I didn't like it in here. And I didn't feel like it was flowing correctly. Red inks are touchy. They can be a little dry. Not that one usually, but it just didn't feel right. And I got tired, so I changed it back to, anybody want to guess which ink I put in the Pilot Custom 823? Surely it wouldn't be, yeah, it is, a Clay de Saphir. Yeah, I can't help it. I'm predictable. What can I do? I should have put Konpeki in retrospect. That ink is so wet still. I don't know if you can see how wet that ink is. I have a little trash pile here. But so I still love this pen, guys. But yeah, Oxblood didn't last very long. And I obsessed so much. Alright, so here's ones that are different. Here is my Karen from Waterman. Another beautiful pen. This is 20-something years old. And this has Anderolium. Cuttlefish Brown. Oh, Cuttlefish. One of my favorite colors. It goes on brown and then turns to black. So, this is really nice. Nib's a little dirty. And then my last pen that I'm writing with these days, which you've probably already seen because it's so distinctive. Oh, look at the color. Oh man, I love this color. Bordeaux Montblanc 147 with Montblanc ink. So nice. This is burgundy red, right? Am I right about that? Yeah, I believe it's burgundy red. Burgundy red. So this is a great pen. Also, very great to sign your name. Very nice pen. Okay. And my Lockbee pen case. The best of pen cases I've found so far. So far. I have some pen cases coming from Japan. I am partnering with a brand from Japan. And I don't know when they're coming, but they're coming sometime. So I'm excited about that. Okay, in the time we have left, let's get to the point of this entire broadcast. So I want to talk a little bit about Grail pens because I've been thinking a lot about Grail pens. How do they change you once you get them? And I think there's a lot to this, and I almost just made a video on it, but I may yet anyway. So you get your Grail, and you've been thinking about it all these times. Thank you, Moonlover, for $5 super chat, helping to keep the lights on in celebration of finally getting my AA degree last night. Sobbed the entire time and had my M800 in my shirt pocket. What a great pen to bring along. Thank you, Moonlover. Thank you so much for your support, for keeping the lights on, and congratulations on getting that certification or diploma. That's awesome. Good job. Thank you. So you get it, and I think often it's after putting out quite a bit of money and quite a bit of emotional investment. You're obsessing, you're thinking about, you're probably weighing it against others. Maybe it's an M1000 from Pelican you're weighing against a Montblanc 149 and a Visconti Homo sapiens, and you're trying to think, which one should I get? And then finally you commit and you get it. And it comes. And it's in a box. And it's shiny. And it's brand new. And it's beautiful. Now you have a dilemma. It's a dilemma we all face. And it's that idea of, should I use it or should I conserve it? And occasionally I get pens and I put them away. I don't like being that guy. I like being the guy that uses them and uses them up and gets them scratched a bit because I'm using them. I take care of them, but I use them, and they should have a bit of honest wear. But occasionally I get a pen, I write with it a little, I clean it up, I put it away. My Montblanc 149 100 year anniversary pen is away. My Around the World in 80 Days Montblanc pen is away. I use them, I like them, and then I put them away. Ooh, Nathan King, my man. $50 super chat. Thank you, my generous friend. I really appreciate it. My Grail costs the same as the luxury car, so I don't have to worry about getting my Grail anytime soon. Oh, Nathan, thank you so much for that generous donation to the channel. I really appreciate it. Yeah, you have quite the Grail there, my friend. You really do. Now, I have been looking at a bunch of the Namikis that are in the $5,000 range. That's pricey. Will I pull the trigger on one? I may. But then that would be a whole nother Grail level. And one of the things that Grails do, to tie it back into the topic, and thank you again, my friend, for your generosity. I really appreciate it, is that Grails then lead you to the next one. You buy it and then you get curious. So you bought the M1000. Now you're thinking, well, I should have got the Visconti. I'll get it now, a few months later. And I feel like we need time to absorb and digest pens, to really get to know them, to forge a deep and lasting relationship. Or it is sort of just a jewel, just a thing in a box that may or may not relate to you and your inspiration. But if you embrace it and you get to know it, you get to know some of its idiosyncrasies, how some inks don't work with some pens, how some nibs need to be held at the right angle. Once you know a pen inside out, it becomes yours. You get a little bit of honest wear. Maybe you can see where you hold it normally. It becomes a part of you, an extension, a true tool, but a tool of the soul, not a tool of the hand. And that is when a Grail pen becomes transcendent. It becomes part of you and your life and your lifestyle. So I think that is the best case scenario for a Grail pen. Duke, my man, $9.99. For me, the M1000 149 are both must-haves if you can swing it. I agree, Duke, completely. Thank you for the generosity, $9.99. I really appreciate it. And thanks for watching and for being here all the time, my friend. It's always a pleasure to hear from you. Thank you. So that is the best case scenario of a Grail pen, but the worst case scenario is when you're disappointed. If the nib isn't properly finished on your Montblanc or your Visconti doesn't write out of the box, and then suddenly it's almost like your self-image is on the line. You've been maybe posting about it on Instagram or on some pen forum. Do pen forums still exist? I think they do. So maybe you've been writing about it, you're all excited, and then it finally comes and it doesn't work. It doesn't work right. It's the line from Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. As sure as the true Grail gives you life, the false Grail will take life from you. Oh, it's so true. When you get one that you're disappointed, you almost want to hide it from yourself so that you don't have to deal with it. It's not an easy thing. My friend Shaq MD, the man with the fantastic handwriting. Shaq MD has absolutely glorious handwriting. If you don't know his channel, check it out. He says, my take on using Grails versus storing them, if not now, when? If not you, who? So are always inked. Oh, they popped off. Mine are always inked up, most with Montblanc Midnight Blue. Shaq, we share a love for Midnight Blue in common. That is a fantastic ink, so well chosen. And I agree with you, my friend. These Grails were meant to be used, but some people just like to own pens. Some people, it's about having a collection and a thing of beauty. And I'm not going to say that's wrong. It's just different from what I do, and evidently what you do. So everyone, check out Shaq MD's channel and his amazing handwriting. It's fun to watch him tie words in ribbons of ink. David Pearson's my buddy. I love David. $2 super chat. One thought is getting a pre-owned. Get a pre-owned Grail pen. That is true. I see nothing wrong. If someone buys a Montblanc 149 from the boutique, and they spend $1,100 for it, nearly, probably with tax more, they take it home. That's great. If they buy it somewhere at a pen show for $450, that's great too. In fact, I think that's a little better. I would always say go secondhand first. It just makes sense. I want to recognize Laura Kanotek. $5 super chat. Thank you so much. Helping to keep the lights on. Thank you all. So definitely, yes, if you pick up a Grail, I think it certainly, if you are slightly disappointed and you didn't spend so much and you got a good bargain on it, then it probably eases the pain if it's not quite what you wanted. Because one of the questions you have to ask yourself as you're writing with your Waterman Edson, is this satisfying? Does it satisfy me? But I wouldn't necessarily answer that the first day. It takes time to forge a relationship with these instruments. I bonded with this right away. I fell in love with it when I saw a True Phase counter at the DC Pen Show. I couldn't leave it behind. And I'm really glad I didn't. And they were very generous. They took great care of me. But sometimes it takes a few days or weeks to really bond. You can't always make a decision out of the gate, but you can tell if it's good or not out of the gate. That pen is next level. This is a God tier pen. This pen floats atop Mount Olympus. If Zeus wrote with a fountain pen, this is the pen he'd write with. This is a glorious thing of perfection. I highly recommend it. It is so choice. I do recommend it if you have the means. That's a Ferris Bueller quote, in case you don't know. So, yes, you definitely need some time to really absorb your pen and internalize it. And then it's going to lead you to some exciting and new places. And it may satisfy everything. I mean, a Pilot Custom 823 could satisfy every craving. A Lamy Safari could. But we get curious, don't we? I'm getting curious again. I'm looking at new pens. Brands that I haven't considered or haven't owned. Never have had a Scribo, have heard good things. Never have had an ST DuPont. But there's still time yet. Still time. Yeah. So I think sometimes a Grail pen could also make the rest of your pen feel inferior. And that's kind of a shame. Because it shouldn't. Each pen should stand on its own merits. But sometimes you achieve a certain plateau once you get to a really good pen. Like a Pilot Custom 823, you get that pen, and maybe you've been writing with what I call a Yovo nib delivery device. Suddenly you go back to that, it's going to feel muddy in comparison, uninspired, like it's lacking power and point of view. Some pens really elevate your perception of all pens. It's not necessarily price related though, because a TWSBI Eco is brilliant and smooth, and you could be happy just with that. It gives you all the different experiences that fountain pens afford you in a TWSBI Eco. It has a piston fill mechanism. It has a beautiful smooth nib. It's fun. It's transparent. It's a bit blocky, but it has a certain sort of unassuming beauty about it. It's just basic and solid. And there's a lot to be said for that. But yeah, sometimes a Grail pen can really shift the furniture in your house. It really can. Kevin Fear, Conway Stewart, Churchill Limited Edition. You know, Conway Stewart has reached out to ask me to review some more pens. So maybe we will see some more on the channel. So just consider these things before you are ready to dive into your Grail pen, how it's going to affect you, all these hidden things. Your taste may change. You may start to demand more from your pens, so you're going to have more of an investment. You always run the risk of not liking it. You could end up in a cul-de-sac in your fountain pen journey, and suddenly you're wondering why. Why did I do this to myself? Like me trying to put that e-bike together. Why? Why did I do this to myself? Just to get a free e-bike that I then would probably just sell. Maybe not. It seems kind of a cool thing, but not to be. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. I can't believe the hour has flown by. This was a super fun episode. I hope you enjoyed it. I appreciate all the likes. I appreciate all the super chats. I hope I caught everyone who super chatted. I really appreciate it. I'm looking at them now. It looks like I did, which is really fantastic. Thank you all. There's a new video coming out this week on the Lamy 2000. It's my complicated relationship with the Lamy 2000. I hate myself for loving the Lamy 2000. The title of this video was inspired by Joan Jett. So, her, is it a cover? I think it is. I'm not sure. Hate myself for loving you. So that's what inspired this video. And I think you'll enjoy it. It's a lot of fun. So I guess we're at the end of a long journey. I'm about to lose my voice, but I had such a great time. I don't want to go. I don't want to go. That was David Tennant's final line as Doctor Who. Very sad. Well, and then he came back. It's Doctor Who. We have 2 Doctor Who references this evening. So whoever puts them both in the comments gets a thumbs up from me. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode as much as I enjoyed spending this time with you all. I really appreciate you giving me this forum and watching each week and obsessing over all these fun details of these amazing writing instruments that we all have. I really enjoy that with all of you. You're very creative and you're always giving me new ideas and spurring me to new heights because I'm trying to keep things interesting and engaging, and I'm not going to stop. I'll keep posting, and I appreciate you all watching. So thank you all for being here. All right, so everyone, it's been a long week already. Tuesday, it's cold. A nor'easter's coming. So everyone, take care of yourselves. And I can promise you one thing, as I always promise you, we'll see each other very, very soon further up the road. So take care. Thanks for watching and much love to you all.